What up guys, it's Talaria here. I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but yeah, today we're doing our first ride video, and today I'm going to be headed down to Seattle for their Seattle night ride that they do every Saturday night. And it's a beautiful day out today. It's about 84 degrees. I still have to ride over the bridge to Seattle though. It's about 13 miles to Mohi, which is where there's charging ports. So that's actually going to be my first stop is Mohi. Well, actually I lied. First stop is going to be Taco Bell. And I have done this entire ride without recharging. I find that it's about pretty much 40 miles exactly round trip to Gasworks Park, and then also including the 15 miles for the actual ride itself. I have made the 40-mile journey without recharging before. You do have to use eco mode, and even on eco mode you kind of have to throttle yourself a little bit, kind of keep it around or under 25 miles an hour. I find 20 miles an hour seems to be about the sweet spot, but hopefully I can charge anyway, so it shouldn't matter. And I'll have plenty of juice for the ride itself as well as the ride home. Yeah, can I get a cheesy bean and rice burrito?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We got our burrito, so that was a mission success. And as far as riding in this city is concerned, this is about the hardest part here. Mercer Island is gonna be my new challenge here. We're going with the I-90 trail, which means that there is gonna be slightly, I think technically like 1 or 2 extra miles on the trip just for taking the I-90 trail. So I think it's closer to about 41 or 42 miles for the journey, but it's still not too bad. It's still pretty good. It's nice because I don't have to go through too much of a city to actually get to the I-90 trail. But getting on and off the trail and on Mercer Island, just because they're doing work, they weren't doing work on the I-90 trail. The I-90 trail would actually be hands down the best trail for doing this, but just honestly due to the fact alone that they are working on the trail and you have to get on and off the road a few times, it kind of makes it a little bit more of a hot spot. I haven't had any trouble with police yet, but I have gotten looks from the police, you know, like I was waiting at the crosswalk and they were coming through the stop sign and the guy definitely just kind of like looked at me and just stared me down, but he just kept driving. So they might not actually care, but I just hate having interactions. This town here and Mercer Island are both pretty heavy hot spots for police interactions, just because they're such small areas with such dedicated police forces, which is really good for the communities around here, but it's really bad for those of us who are trying to get into slightly less than legal shenanigans, right? I did just realize I'm not recording in widescreen, or whatever you call it. Not widescreen. I am recording in widescreen. I'm not recording in like fisheye mode or whatever. Ooh, look at all this traffic. There's so much traffic that honestly, even only doing like a measly 20-25, like I'm still keeping up with traffic. That's pretty good. Damn, so yeah, so this is definitely where things start to get pretty weird, because yeah, you actually have to get into like the road, and that starts to get pretty uncomfortable. And I have seen like a sheriff just kind of sitting around here too, so hopefully that's just not the case today. Hopefully we have a nice smooth transition back to the bike trail. Pretty sure we can get onto the trail here, so we're just gonna do that. I'd always rather be on the trail than off the trail. Now this detour gets a little funky. I'm actually kind of goosing it. I really hope there's charging spots available, because I'm not exactly babying it right now. When I had went and charged the last time, there was a few people there that went to charge, and one guy tried to charge on the same outlet that I was using, and he actually straight up caused a little short circuit or whatever, or not a short circuit, but you know what I mean. He overloaded the circuit and blew the breaker on the inside of the building actually, so it actually legitimately ruined any opportunity to charge on that post there, which is really annoying because it was a completely different post that did end up working that we found after he ruined that post that he could have just gone to instead of trying to share mine arbitrarily, but you know, whatever. But so really at this point I'm just hoping, because it's such a nice day and it's like 84 degrees out right now, I'm just really hoping there's not like 20 people at Mohi already that got the same idea as I did. All right, this is the last sketchy spot. Once you're through here, you're like officially out of the like cuts when it comes to police. So at this point, we are basically in the clear. We have successfully made it. Literally every stressful part of this ride is over, except for the my battery level. Even though my bike can make it the entire journey without having to recharge, I'd much rather recharge and just have that not only extra peace of mind, but the ability to kind of like, you know, pick up the pace a little bit if I need to. I don't know if I've ever actually shown you guys the bike, so here it is in all of its glory. I don't know how well you guys can see it here, but yeah, pretty much just a bone stock Talaria Sting with the slightly wider and raised handlebars, the direct mount stem, front and rear white fender, and that's pretty much it for all I can remember, at least. Oh, and the pegs, of course. The stock pegs are actually garbage. I didn't really realize what people were saying until I actually got some decent ones. I got the CNC pegs from Lunicycle. Honestly, didn't hate the stock pegs. I thought they actually had plenty of grip. But like, once you get one of these really nice platform pegs, like for me, it's not even the grip. It's just like the platform. Like, it feels like you're standing on 2x4s, which is like kind of a nice and assuring feeling. I can't even lie. Crossing the I-90 bridge right now. Honestly, we're only going 22 miles an hour. And from what I've seen on my GPS, yeah, my GPS says I'm going 21. So from what I've seen, this speed on the, oh my God, this is a bumpy section. But from what I've seen, the speed on this little Egg Rider display is approximately 2 miles an hour faster than at least what the Google Maps GPS is telling me. So but yeah, literally only going like 20 miles an hour here. We're literally outrunning traffic here on the I-90 bridge, so that's pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. Awesome, just like, you never know when somebody's gonna roll up on you with a light too. Like, I don't know, weird sketchy homeless people aside, it's like, I don't know, man, something about being on a bike stopped at a stoplight in Seattle is just uncomfortable. Like, I don't like being still for too long around here. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but it's just a no-go for me, Joe. Oh, this swivel town, because you gotta keep your head on a swivel in this town, bro. I used to actually really like this area. I used to go to school around here. That's probably the best upgrade I got, was the bell for this thing. There is honestly nothing more ridiculous than honking your fucking horn on this thing to try to get like a pedestrian out of your way. It's just insane. Like, there's no distance that makes sense for doing it. It's just insanely ridiculous. Bro, what the fuck? Are you trying to park here? Is that what's happening, bro? It's like, you know, when you're parking, parallel parking, you know, typically you start with the blinker, let people know where you're going, then you slow down, because, you know, the blinker is the warning that, you know, okay, next he's probably going to hit the brakes, right? And it's like, these people just don't understand, like, the basics of driving, and it's fucking annoying. Honestly, like, when I'm driving, I hate one-way streets, but when I'm on a bike, they're actually really fucking convenient, because you don't have to worry about traffic coming from like oncoming directions and shit. You pretty much just have to worry about your own direction, and it's usually not too bad. It's not even 6:05 yet. That's crazy. Guaranteed if I didn't need to take those water breaks, man, would have been here by 6 sharp. But it looks pretty solid. I don't see anybody here yet, so we should be good, honestly. We've got, what, 80% battery? That's not too bad. Nice. Perfect. Let's go. All right, so we've made it to Gasworks Park. There's only about, what, 2 minutes to spare, so they're gonna be rolling out here pretty soon. And yeah, it is a busy day today. I wonder how many people are gonna be over there. Uh-oh, here we go. Get a little bit of extra water. Oh, it sounds like they're rolling out now.